the greatest help to preservation efforts or prevention of extinction of different species of animals would come from none other than the leeches. You heard it right, the leeches. Leech, as you know, is a kind of worm which feeds on blood, whether animal or human. See, one of the biggest challenges before the preservationists or those who are trying to preserve different animal species is to find out which all species survive in which all parts of the forest or the ecosystem. It is near impossible to find. Only if you find correctly the animal spectrum in a particular ecosystem, then only you will be able to try and preserve them, prevent extinction. But how is this possible? It's an uphill task, rather difficult task. So they have now started to depend on the leeches. So you can be sure that these leeches, at one point or the other, would have feasted on every single species in that part of the forest. So if you take their blood and examine for the DNA of those animals from which the leech has feasted on blood, you can clearly predict or you can clearly assess which are the different species which survive in that part of the forest. With this knowledge, you can start the preservation effort. See, without the help of the leeches, the preservation effort would be like blind man and the elephant, because the preservationists simply do not know which all species exist in that part of the forest or the ecosystem. Without knowing which all species exist there, how do we proceed with the preservation efforts? It will all go waste, obviously. So now, this, with a little help from the leeches, the preservationists are able to correctly assess the spectrum of animals which survive in a part of the forest and